siblings. This one is called Uthando Lwethu right here on MET Radio. We're exactly at 13:45, and you know it on a Thursday, thought-provoking Thursday right here on the Hangouts, a drive Kempasini, where we get to provoke your thoughts. And it's no different this week. We as you would see every Thursday at this time, I do have Dr. Magnia, who usually joins me for a very motivational talk, something that will keep you going. And I told you also last week that you can also share as well what you would want us to talk about, and we will definitely get into it that following week. But I'm going to quickly welcome Doc one more time on MET Radio. Doc, welcome to MET Radio.
Thank you, Mr. Khater. Thank you.
Yeah, today we're speaking about something different, perseverance and the value of it. Maybe you can just take us through it, actually, why you chose this one this week, the motive behind it.
In most cases, most people, they want fast life. West and West now, we live in a time of influencing. The market always evolving. It's always advertising. People, they really want fast and nice things. And at some point, you'll find out that others, they don't even want to invest and work hard to obtain those things.
Yes.
So they think automatically, by association, they can just have them like that. So hence now we are reflecting on this concept of saying that the power of perseverance and also hard work without really seeing the outcomes in the beginning, but at the end you get the reward.
True.
I think to put this even more, give more flesh on it, we can go to our usual part.
Yeah, my favorite part.
Most definitely. Yeah, the part of our analogy. Let's go to Western Cape, to be more specifically in Cape Town. There was one of the most successful family, the family which was owned by Mr. Smith, and Mr. Smith was the leader of the family and the chairman on his company. So the company was called a Smith Group Holdings. So that particular company has a lot of branches underneath. They invested a lot in a commercial building such as malls, the estates. So in property industry, there were the gurus and the mongos. And furthermore, also in logistics, they had quite a number of trucks. So they were very, very successful. Even on the production, now in agricultural production, because they are in Western Cape, so they have quite a number of huge farms there, which produce wine. So they planted grapes and then later on process them and to make a delicious wine. And they really have a really moving vehicle. So everything to them was balanced. But now, because aging, it affects anyone. So this wise man, Mr. Smith, he realized that now he's getting old, so he wanted someone who will take over the family business. But he was the man who believed in freedom and in liberty for his own generation or his own children.
Yes.
He believed that children have a choice of either being part of the family business or also choosing their own careers and make their own identity as well. Mind you, his children were the beneficiaries of dividends. So even if they are not working, automatically they will always get some dividends. So he announced that he called his own trusted executives from these different components.
Yes.
And then the executives were chosen by him deliberately. So the issues of competency were no longer a question. He understood their resume well, he has checked it. He knows that these individuals are really top achievers when it comes to the expertise of their field.
Yes.
Hence, they are the executive managers. So that one was not a question. Now, he said, the following year, in the same date, he will be sitting down as the chairman of the business. So he wants a person who will take over, and this person will come from his own executives. And then he said, gentlemen, you understand that because now all of you are competent enough, I know you, that you are all good. So I'm not going to test you on your competence in your field, but let me give you these seeds. He gave them the seeds. And then he said, go and plant these seeds. Please, the following year, I want you to come back with the flowers. Yeah, go and plant the seeds, come back with the flowers. Then you get a reward. The reward will be the person who will come and sit in my chair. They left all of them, and they were so passionate. You know us, we stick with one word. We have this gentleman who's called Andile.
Yeah.
Our very own choice. Let's stick with Andile. So Andile was one of the executive members there. And then when he arrived at home, he explained to his wife, that wife at work, the chairman is saying that next year he will be sitting down, and he has entrusted us that among us, one of us will be the person who will take over everything to be a CEO of the company. So it's our golden opportunity, but there is a condition. We must plant these seeds so that next year we'll bring him the flowers. He gave us the seeds, all of us. The wife was very excited, and Andile and his wife were staying in a Pinelands township, a suburb in Cape Town. So a Pinelands suburb is quite comfortable for middle class people, so it was okay for them to stay there. However, after this news, the wife was very excited, and then she even announced this even to the church, to the society at large, even to close proximity friends, that we are moving now to Pinelands, to a Camps Bay. We will buy a villa in Camps Bay. So in her imagination, she saw herself living in Camps Bay. Mind you, in Pinelands, the average houses, they are normally around 4 million. So their house was also in that range of 4 million. But now to move to Camps Bay, it means that they were at least going to pay close to 90 million for the villa in Camps Bay. So she increased the graph very much. And it was not only about the matter of just increasing it. She articulated this to her friends. She believed that my husband is capable and he will get the position. We will be rich. So Andile, this pressure that now they will be rich. They went to the nursery, they bought a pot plant, growth medium and everything. Andile every day will make sure before he goes to work, he irrigates the seed.
Yes.
At some point in time, because the time was moving fast and the seed was not germinating at all, he will be frustrated by this seed. He will put it outside to the sunlight to try to understand what kind of seed is
Because
this.
he wants it to move fast.
Yes, he wanted to grow, but the seed was not growing. And maybe he said, okay, maybe this seed does not want maybe sunlight. Let me put it to the shade. Maybe just want the shade. Put it on the shade. Still, the seed was not germinating. And the wife now gave more pressure and said, Andile, I already declared to my friends that we are moving to a Camps Bay. Let's go to the nursery and buy a beautiful flower, try to understand it, nurture it early, so that when time comes, we will present something, because I want us to have this position. And Andile said, but I was given this seed. This is the seed that I was given. So I will not compromise that. Every day, even though he was also panicking, but he will irrigate this particular seed. He will be moving it, take it out, taking it inside, trying to find directions where maybe the seed can grow. But the seed was not growing. After 6 months, it was the same. 9 months, it was the same. A year ended, the seed never grew. And now the pressure in the household, the wife has been always complaining. There was no joy for the whole almost 8 months after they realized that the seed is not germinating. Because the wife was saying, let's take a detour. Let's go to the nursery, buy a pot plant, and then it will be done with this. But this one was very stubborn and said, I was given this seed. This is the seed that I was given. I'm not compromising. Okay, to push it forward. Most other managers were also confronted with this problem, but they were not sharing among themselves. So each individual went to the nursery, they bought the flowers, they nurtured the flowers, because they realized that this thing is not growing. So they were not going to say that, hey, my seed is not growing. They were all in position to say that they wanted to have the seed growing. So to push this even further, on the day of the ceremony, grand ceremony, people were wearing comfortable clothes and everyone was really happy. Others, they even hired flower trolleys to push the trolleys. I mean, they push the flowers with the trolleys. So the event was so nice, delicious. I mean, beautiful, exquisite flowers that were coming. Andile came with the pot plant with only growth medium, no flower at all, and the wife with the shrink face, grumpy and so angry, and others were really so eloquent, wearing nice comfortable clothes. Everyone was in jolly mood. So when they arrived in the venue, he was a laughing stock and everyone was laughing at him. To push this even faster, the chairperson or the chairman, he said, I do not want to delay your time because everyone has been mocking Andile. He's useless, at least minus him. So now they were counting down who is really going to take over among these flowers. They think that the category will be the best person who brings the beautiful flower. And the chairman said that a year ago I said that I'll be sitting down today, and one of the requirements of choosing my successor was on the criteria of giving all of you seeds. I gave you all of you a boiled seeds. Those seeds were dormant seeds. We're not going to grow at all. I knew very well that those seeds are not going to grow. And then, by the way, I gave you to say go and then produce flowers. And I can see the beautiful flowers with different cultivars that are so nice. Even the smell is so delicious. And I can see only one person who has the pot plant without the seed. That means I can imagine the stress Andile gone through to produce this up until this far. Andile, please come and take my seat. This city is yours. Now, let's unpack the moral of our own story. Coming to our daily lives, because we dreamed about success, and sometimes we envision the end result without being involved in the process. And in most cases, when we travel on the journey towards our success, we find different types of obstacles which challenge us. They challenge the relationships we have. They challenge everything that we have, even on the sacrifices that we make on individual. For example, let's talk about a student who registered in the institution. Sometimes you'll find out that at home they are not affording. You are only registered simply because of NSFAS funding. Yes. So you are waiting for the allowance of NSFAS. But without this allowance of NSFAS, you will be vulnerable. And then maybe you are not alone in the university to face the same situation. But the others around you, they will take a fast route. They will find sugar daddy. They will find someone who will finance them. Now it's no longer even about sugar daddy. Now they will find sugar mom. Sugar mom. So now there are quite a number of options around. So, but you will find this student who will say, I will be patient even if I'm not carrying an iPhone. Even if I'm not wearing a branded clothes, even if I'm just wearing simple stuff, but I'm looking at the end so that I will not be selling my integrity and I will not be owing anyone any favor when I'm successful. So these individuals, they go through this process, while others, they find quicker ways of living comfortable. So if you are this kind of individual who is really on this path of taking it in a hard way, you are doing very well. I want to affirm to you, you are doing very well, because in the end, the shortcut, they are short-lived. Look at these managers. They were very excited when they arrived in the venue. We were pushing their trolleys, everyone looking at them, that as if they are the ones that are working very hard. But in the end, the truth has its own way of coming to the surface. Those that have a resilience, patience, and hard work, more especially honesty and integrity, they tend to be rewarded. That's what we see in the story of Andile. If you are there, also picture yourself like Andile. There is nothing wrong to have your own personal story that is branded to you. These hardships that you are facing are not meant actually to destroy you. They are meant to brand you. They are part of your life. You become the person you are simply because you have been subjected to these challenges and you overcome them.
Yeah. Very powerful story. Very powerful. I'm learning a lot from Andy.
Yes, Andy.
I'm learning a lot.
Humble guy, a very high, low key.
Yeah, and this is a nice one. It's all about perseverance. It's all about holding on, basically. Because your time will come eventually. So just hold on. Don't take shortcuts. Don't go to the bouquet. Grow your own. Take time, but eventually the flower will blossom.
The flower will blossom, and we really want to associate ourselves with success. In most cases, everyone, they want to associate themselves with success, and as a result, if you have some stuff around you coming from a comfortable background, you will see even in growing the number of people around you, the girls, the friends, all of the people, they want to associate themselves, and you wonder yourself, are they really here for me, or they here for what I can bring? Most people, they are here for what they will benefit from you. It's very difficult to find those individuals who will stick with you even if you have nothing. Look at Andile's wife. The situation changed. They were staying comfortable in Pinelands for all these years until there was this opportunity that now they will develop and they will go. So all of a sudden now the relationship change is affected by that. So people, they associate themselves to you simply because of what they will gain, and they give you pressure that is unnecessary. My point is, hang in there. You are not alone. There are many people like you.
Yeah. Very powerful word, Doc. Giving that one for me. Thank you very much for joining us one more time.
My pleasure.
So what we're leaving you is perseverance. Wait for that seed to grow.
Yes.
Wait for that seed to grow. That is what I'm leaving you with today. If you got here a little bit late, this podcast will be there on our app. Just download our app on Google Play Store and also on Apple App Store. Until next time, let's get back to the music.